Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Mike Meyer, and welcome to Tennis Inside Out. Elena Rybakina, number one seed, is about to take on the Canadian Leylah Fernandez, who's perhaps finding a little bit of form now that she's entered the clay court season. Looking good from her side. But to be honest, we probably all think the same way. Rybakina should win this match. Being a favorite, being on form, she has everything that it takes to win this match. However, Fernandez stands in her way. She seems to struggle against the Canadian as they've played 4 times in the past and she's only managed to win twice. The first encounter was back in 2024. Fernandez got the better of Rybakina in that match. They've never played on clay. Keep that in mind. This is going to be the first time that these two would have encountered one another on clay. The first time they met was in Doha, the Middle Eastern Swing, back in February 2024. And, excuse me, I was wrong. Rybakina won that match in straight sets. So that was the first encounter. In 2024, in August, that was 6 months later, exactly 6 months later, on the day, Fernandez beat Rybakina, and that was in Cincinnati. Fernandez went on to beat Rybakina a year later in Washington in 3 sets. Again, hard court, but was undone 3 months later in Tokyo. So it seems that when she's on the North American continent, Fernandez is playing a lot better. If you look at the last result, yes, Rybakina beat Fernandez in straight sets. But I gotta keep it. I myself, I gotta keep in mind that that was on hard court. Both ladies have entered the arena right now, just sorting out their benches and their bags, getting everything aligned. My goodness. Before I looked at the stats, I never realized that the head-to-head was 2-2. And I thought, yeah, well, come on. I mean, it's quarterfinal day, Rybakina, she's going to win. And then I looked at the stats and I thought, whoa, this is quite interesting. This is going to make for quite a battle, I think. I think Leylah Fernandez has seemed to have found a bit of form. I wonder if she's feeling a bit fatigued today. She had a marathon of a match yesterday against the Turk Zeynep Sönmez. Over 3 hours, they battled it out. And she was 5-1 down in the third, came back to win that match. For Rybakina, how's it going to look? Hopefully, for her sake, she's going to improve on that first serve. Get more first serves in. I think this is one factor in her game, probably in the last 1 or 2 months, that the statistics are dipping slightly. The amount of first serves going in is starting to decrease. She's still winning a high percentage of points off the first serve. That's a given. That's possibly, with her, it's never going to change. She's got lots of power to back it. And my goodness, they're just almost standing next to one another right now. And you can see how Rybakina is just towering the Canadian. So she's going to dominate. She's going to at least want to dominate with that first serve, with her service game in general. The way she strikes her forehand and backhand, it's going to be really hard hitting, lots of power, flat over the net. Try to eliminate the time that it takes for Leylah to defend and to recover those balls. She's happy to take it early as well, finding really good footwork and timing, even on clay. So it's going to be a real major challenge for the Canadian. I think for Fernandez, her best shot is trying to extend the rally, perhaps mix it up, get Rybakina out of her rhythm. I think for her sake, she'll want to keep it deep. As soon as she hits it short, it might be dispatched and put away. She's going to try drag it on. Just try drag the rallies as long as possible. I just have big question marks. How fit is she? How fit is she? She's had less than 24 hours to recover from yesterday's match. And I can believe it probably wasn't easy for her to go to bed or fall asleep even before 1 o'clock in the morning. She finished the match at 10 to midnight. So with all that adrenaline pumping, she was excited and very happy. Oh, I'm pretty sure she was probably on social media as well and speaking to her parents or friends. Um, yeah, so I think I have question marks about her fitness today. How's she feeling? It's going to be interesting to see the first couple of points. Going to analyze and keep my eye on that. How is she going to be moving around the court? I guess I also have question marks about Rybakina. She does have a tendency to have slow starts. And I saw that in previous matches, all the way even back to Australian Open. She's a type of player that needs time to really get into the match. Of course, she's got all the skill, but maybe that's just the way it works. She's assessing the situation, and very good at that. I think she's excellent. She doesn't take very long to change something or a tactic or strategy that's not working. And I can't see it being really any different. I mean, she's a fantastic player. She is deserved world number 2 right now, having that position. So that's my feeling how the start's going to be. It's probably going to be top level tennis, but if you had to compare the start to perhaps the beginning of the second set, I I bet my mortgage that her second set is going to look better than her first set. And that's quite a statement to make. I think as much as the head-to-head makes it look 50-50, you got to think that it's got to be right there in the front of mind. Come on, Rybakina has to win this. The type of scoreline, it could be close. So Fernandez won the toss and will serve. Interesting. They finished with their warm-ups now. Last sip of water. I think next half a minute we will get this underway. All encounters in the past on hard court, first time on clay. Leila Fernandez to get us started. First serve down the middle of the court is long. That was a double hand backhand inside in return winner from Rybakina. Only 163 kilometers per hour that first serve. Second serve in the body and double hand backhand. That was a very aggressive forehand return, right back at Fernandez. Backhand from Fernandez is long. First on to the forehand, return deep. Eleanor was under pressure. In the end, Fernandez made the error with the forehand. First serve was short on the backhand. Rybakina took it nice and early, stepped forward. Like I said, there's not a lot of pace on that first serve, and Fernandez is getting it in. And plus, that was short. First serve out wide, opens up the court, forehand down the line from Leila. Now cross court. Alina was chasing and wildly hit her backhand cross court out. Tying her shoelaces right now. Wow, first serve, ace, out wide, 40-15. I think it was more the placement, and at the same time, Rybakina thought it was going to go down the middle of the court on a backhand, so you could see it wasn't a proper split step. She was already moving to her left. Great execution on that first serve. Now, it's only 161 kilometers per hour, so it wasn't quick, but the placement was great. Body serve. That looked like she was playing French cricket. Rybakina. First game goes to Leila. And I thought as much. Fernandez's best chance of creating a lot of pressure is going straight into Rybakina's body. Yeah, if you didn't understand that terminology of French cricket, it's I don't know if you even know cricket, but you cover your legs or you block your legs from right in front, so you're standing square on. Definitely didn't look like a tennis shot. Well, Layla's already hit one ace. Let's see how long is it going to take for Alina to join in. Second serve, out wide onto the double hand backhand. Massive forehand cross court winner. Short with power and angle. In the rally, Fernandez tried to be aggressive with the forehand down the line. They were in a advantage cross court duel. Almost an ace down the middle of the court. So out wide, and that was really far out by Fernandez. Very aggressive play. The return was too short from Layla. Big forehand winner inside in. A very quick service game for the number 1 seed. Fernandez really soaking up all 25 seconds of that serve clock. More on that first serve, obviously. Perhaps too much power from Rybakina, and she knows it. They were just drilling ground strokes back and forth down the middle of the court. Rybakina ended with too much power. Too much power, not enough accuracy. Great first serve. Rybakina stretched with all her might down the middle of the court, and with the outside of the racket on the forehand side, managed to only clip the ball ever so slightly. 30 love. Great serving from Fernandez. Aggressive backhand down the line. Forehand drive volley winner down the line. Standing on the service line. 40 love. Made it look very easy. Yeah, looks can be deceiving. Don't forget, dynamite comes in small packages. Right now, Fernandez is hitting really hard. She's under pressure right now. That forehand from Rybakina when she's free to swing. Looks like she's causing a lot of damage. And it just makes sense. I think for the Canadian, she's going to try to target the backhand of Rybakina. If she gets an opportunity, then yes, play aggressively. Play with full force onto Rybakina's forehand. Second serve onto the forehand. Return must have been on the baseline from Rybakina. Slugging away in the advantage court. The court's opened up. Forehand cross court is way out from Rybakina. And for her standards, we're not good enough. 2-1 for Fernandez. Wow, going on serve. Very impressed, very impressed. Obviously, completely different type of player compared to Sonmez from yesterday. But Rybakina, she's cool. She's cool as a cucumber. These sort of things, they're not gonna put her off. And happy to grow into this match if need be. She makes contact really flat, just looking at some slow motion replays. And even a swing, it's more horizontal than vertical. We know that that's why she generates so much power. Timing is excellent most of the time. Come on, everyone. Keep voting. Select who you think could win this opening set. Rybakina is a little bit of a slow starter. Fernandez already off to a good start. Being very aggressive, moving forward. Saw that happen yesterday as well. Took Sonmez by surprise. Rybakina opens up the fourth game, her second service game, with a double fault. Yeah, I've just noticed. I mean, I look at these statistics a lot and just glancing over Rybakina's first serve percentage below 60%. Remember in the beginning of the year it was about 63, maybe 64%. Smashes her forehand, cross-court in the net, Rybakina. Fernandez guessing right. Went in the correct direction. Returned down the middle of the court with the double hand backhand. But Rybakina, a bit too hard. I'm not too worried right now, but when that first serve goes in, too good. Wasn't an ace, but the pace is probably just too much for Fernandez to handle. You never count Rybakina out. It's already 4 points in the service game. She's only got one first serve in. She's going to rely on that second serve again and hits a double fault. As always, not phased at all. I'm trying to read her body language, expressions on her face, perhaps. Cool as ice. First serve out wide onto the backhand. Massive forehand winner down the line from Rybakina. Absolutely thrives under pressure. Yeah, 30-40, missed the first serve again. What's the second serve going to look like? And it's another double fault. 3 double faults in one game gifts Fernandez a break. Oh, that's very unusual. I'm not going to get too carried away. Kind of seen this before, but not 3 double faults in one game. Whew. First serve out wide, return is cross court but short. Rybakina goes hard with a backhand cross court. And Layla had to deal with the ball that bounced on the baseline as she cleans the mark right now. I've never personally enjoyed it myself when my opponent hits the ball and it lands on the baseline. Just picks up speed. Sometimes you can't predict the bounce, how it's going to bounce. It's always different. A little bit of luck, perhaps, creeping back in to Rybakina's game. Slice out wide. Rybakina is completely out. Fernandez goes to the middle of the court. Now with the backhand cross court onto the forehand of Rybakina. Plays a brilliant drop shot. Rybakina tried to chase it and gave up before she got to the service line. 15-all. She made a decision early and wasn't even interested in disguising that. Oh, stunning technique. Exactly how I would teach my students as well. That ball never rolled over the service line. Perfect drop shot. Gonna have to be smart now with the second serve. Oh, Fernandez hits a double fault now. How often have I seen this recently, especially on clay? I'm not going to say it. I'm going to reserve my comment. Don't want to jinx it. Let's see what happens. Tries to go big with the first serve down the tee. Wasn't that quick though. And it was out. Slice out wide, back and return down the middle. Fernandez finding good depth. So is Rybakina and L. Inside in forehand is just long. It looked very confident when Rybakina struck the ball. Always easy to say how she should have hit it. I would never tell a professional to hit slower, but that type of mistake should ring alarm bells in her head. Needs more topspin. Oh, good first serve. Backhand return inside out is wide. And lucky for Layla because she slipped on the baseline, she wanted to move very quickly as a reaction to her to her backhand side, the due side. She would have never made it if it was in. Slipping. Wow! Fernandez ends with an ace slice out wide. 4-1. Looks can definitely be deceiving. And somehow it's just starting to make sense a little bit why the previous 4 encounters are divided so equally between them when you look at their head-to-head results. 2-2, I was just wondering, I mean, I don't ever remember them. I never watched as much tennis before opening up my channel in the beginning of this year. So I learned so much now, diving deep into statistics and looking at head-to-head results, current form, and I looked at this one. I thought, no ways, how is this even possible? Okay, I mean, Fernandez is a grinder. She's an absolute fighter. We saw that yesterday against Sonmez. But you would just think the size, the stature, the rankings as well. Rybakina's, she's still playing well on form, I guess. I'm very intrigued to see how this is going to change, and she definitely has the capabilities of doing so. We all have this idea of how she will end up playing. For all you fans out there, fingers crossed. But it almost feels she's so calm. It's just a matter of time where she's going to pull the trigger and it's just all going to just fall into place for Elina. We're going to have to just wait and see. Be patient. I'll keep you informed. I'll let you know how this is going. Kick into the middle, into the body. Very quick feet from Fernandez. They're both slamming the balls. Whoa, down the middle of the court. Fernandez was the bravest out of them both. She changed direction with her backhand and found the baseline close to the inner tram line. An advantage court. Oh. I think most of the ball was out, but a part of it clipped the line. You could see in slow motion how it changed direction. But once again, missed the first serve. Kick down the middle court onto the backhand. Good return from Fernandez. Great inside in forehand from Rybakina. Too powerful. Fernandez she tried to react with one hand backhand. It's almost the power from that board just push the racket back. Now when it works, it's unstoppable. Oh, oof. So up to this point, Rybakina 33% first serves going in. That's not good. 1 out of 3. But Fernandez on 71%, if I read correctly. Targeting that backhand. Beautiful forehand from Alina. And just waiting. Double hand backhand winner. Cross court for Rybakina. Again, just not enough strength on the one hand backhand. When Rybakina does find angle and is able to pull Fernandez away from the middle of the court, she just doesn't have enough reach. She's really quick, and she tries to get the ball back, but just not enough power with the one hand. Oh, I think she missed that forehand down the line. Yeah, so close. But this is an important game. I don't know why I feel that. Just want to see those stats again. I looked at it earlier, talking about it. Yeah, so Fernandez, she's the only another double fault. My word. That's what I've said. I've just noticed, been watching so much of her, that there's just a steady decline with their serve quality. Something you would just never expect. One of the best. Yeah, she should win this. But looking tough right now. Let's put that up. Whoa, so quick, Fernandez, but both backhand out wide from Rybakina. And the forehand, just too much angle. And having to rely on that second serve. Backhand cross court, very deep, pushing Rybakina back. Inside out forehand. Oh, it looked in, but it was just wide. Lucky for Rybakina. High Remesis. I can breathe out, huh? Start of the weekend. Oh, good distance. A good length in the court from Rybakina. Backhand cross court. Applied a little bit of pressure on Fernandez's forehand. Now ask the question. Please go ahead and vote in the poll. Cast your vote. It doesn't cost you anything. Just a little bit of fun. I want to get an idea of where this chat is sitting right now. Are they more aligned with what's happening in the world of tennis, or is it more a hunch? Oh, magnificent forehand cross court from Fernandez. Big winner. Yeah, Fernandez is not allowing Rybakina to find her rhythm. I feel Rybakina is taking a little bit longer than normal. I don't know. Okay, I have a hunch. Um, but Fernandez is definitely the brave out of the two, and she tries to go aggressive with a approach shot, forehand down the line, and it goes long. Maybe Rybakina is finding it difficult because Fernandez is a lot shorter. She doesn't get as much bounce on the ball. And if she's hitting the ball flat, which it looks like it looks like Fernandez is hitting very low over the net, then the bounce is also lower because Rybakina is larger in stature. Her hitting zone is higher than possibly the contact point where she's meeting right now. So, actual fact, then Rybakina would have to play more topspin. She'd need to get under the ball, either with the racket face, or she's going to have to get lower, and that's going to cost a lot of energy. Great body serve, great body serve. Looked like Rybakina was just trying to not get hit by the ball, get the racket in front. I'm trying to understand why Rybakina would be struggling right now. Maybe that's a factor. Another factor is that Fernandez is braver. Really, they're hitting the ball 4 or 5 times down the middle of the court, and then she's going, nah, I'm going to do something about it. Rybakina throws her racket on the ground. Fernandez holds her service game 5-2. Taking a defeated walk to her stool. Rybakina straight away change of rackets is in order. Yeah, it's definitely looking tough right now for the number 1 seed and possibly the favorite to win this. Wow, I mean, kudos to Fernandez doing everything right. I was really wondering how she's going to be feeling today after that marathon of a match she had yesterday, finishing so late. Can't imagine that she got to sleep before 1 o'clock. She finished, she gets so high off the ground with the serve, incredible. Looking at some slow motion replays, but she finished at 10-2 yesterday. She had a speech, she had to hit some balls into the crowd, sign, autograph the balls, do stuff for the spectators as well. So by the time she got off the court, it was probably 5-10 minutes after midnight. So how long did she sleep for? I don't know. I mean, would 8 hours be enough? 9-10 hours? Have to do a cool down session. I think after such a match, she would have to do an ice bath as well. They would have taken time. 1:30 in the morning. Okay, I mean, what else does she need to do, right? She's a professional tennis player. So sleep in to what, 10, 11 in the morning? Is it even possible? I think for Sonmez probably would have been something similar. I know what it's like, winning and losing. It's just full of adrenaline, but it's the disappointment that used to keep me up even longer. Oh, just missing the line. Well connected from Rybakina, but obviously the timing was just off, centimeters away from the line, and Fernandez was nowhere to be seen. Wow, big first serve, double hand backhand, drive volley in the net, and she was going cross court, so over the lowest part of the net. Wow. First serve's good, not a bad return from Fernandez. First return, excellent. They're heading down the middle of the court again. Rybakina decides to change it up, be the first to put the pressure on, but she misses again with the forehand cross court. And now this is more interesting. I cannot say that I've seen her she's looking disappointed right now. That's for certain. And She has every right to be that way. But she's definitely getting more first serves in. Very late from Layla on that forehand return. Still got 2 set points. The times that Layla has lost, those 2 encounters, she didn't get a set. The times that Layla has beaten Alina, she won in 3. Won in 3 sets. I was in Washington and Cincinnati, 2024, 2025. Set point number 3, Rybakina again with a second serve. Oof, that was a lot of bounce. Slowed it down. There was definitely more kick. They're in a deuce, cross-court duel with Rybakina hitting more in the middle. Both of them are. Rybakina goes big with the backhand down the line. Sticking to the backhand. Big backhand cross-court. Keep it inside the court. Keep it in between the lines. It's that easy. Wow. Deuce. Big match temperament. Yeah, it's coming together. It's coming together. If you're a Rybakina fan, it's going to get more challenging for Fernandez. If you're a fan of Fernandez, you can be proud of her right now. She's done extremely well. It's been a bit of a mix. Fernandez has hit enough winners. She's been playing actually really, really well, not giving Rybakina time to find rhythm in the rally. But at the same time, Rybakina has also made it easy for the Canadian, hitting unforced errors, forced errors, lots of double faults. But is she starting to find her groove? Got to throw in that drop shot again at some point. But there's an unforced error from Rybakina backhand cross court. We go back to deuce. Hello, thanks for the live coverage. My pleasure. My pleasure. Noelo, my 5 MU. Wondering, is MU does it stand for anything? My mind, I see Manchester United. My pleasure. I hope you're all enjoying this. Getting a perspective from a tennis coach. I've been a tennis coach for over 23 years. And used to focus. It's like I can't change it as well, but I'm a high performance tennis coach with my qualifications. So it's always fascinating analyzing tennis players, how the momentum swings during matches. But finally, the number 1 seed holds her service game. The last 2 points, big first serves going in. And that's what we expect from the world number 2. How is she going to now react on this return game? Fernandez has been serving fantastically well. Another first serve. This one goes out. She's been serving over 70%. Well, if you live in the Netherlands, we can always discuss something. Oh, double fault for Fernandez. Hard hitting directly down the middle of the court, but Rybakina was the first to hit it too short. Backhand drive volley winner down the line from Fernandez. Superb. Superb. When she's on the front foot attacking the net, her energy is far bigger than her stature. Phenomenal. Footwork is fantastic. There is no sign of fatigue, what I can see. Still the same pattern. She turns her back to the court, turns around, gets to the baseline, skips up and down, looking very fit, very sharp. Only now she has to retake a ball toss. First serve down the tee, and great placement. Rybakina struggled with that double hand backhand. Looked like she was just trying to guide it into the court, but was only able to find the doubles tram lines. Trying that slice out wide. Such a huge advantage for the lefty, being on the advantage side. What is she going to do with that second serve? It's been working well into the body, but she goes down the line. Big forehand cross, inside out return. Layla's under pressure, is trying to counter. Looking very neutral right now. Oof. Yeah, Rybakina comes out top. Massive power. Moving Layla left and right behind the baseline. I just felt in that rally something is starting to shift in the Kazakh. Something I've seen before. Might be the start of something big. Soon to be in Amsterdam. Well, look for you. Okay. Whoa. Oh, fantastic return. Fernandez trying to get as low as possible. That return was deep in the court, close to her feet. You see this so often in the women's game, how they squat, but just couldn't deal with the power. Break point opportunity. Just a quick glance through her eyelashes. Fernandez, before she hit that first serve, hit the top of the net and bounced out past the service line. Sliced onto the backhand. A very aggressive return. Everything's starting to go in now for Rybakina. She gets the break. And what can I say? Perfect timing. It's definitely looking that way. Always felt like it was going to take a bit of time for Alina to find her groove. It almost feels like she's measuring up the court every single time. But she does it so well. It's almost like this scientific mathematician is in her head, working out all the angles, just keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter until she really finds that sweet spot. It happens so often. Really, it happens so often with her. It can be devastating if she starts big. If she is connecting on every shot, finding good timing from the very beginning. Serving to stay in this first set. First serve's good. Targeting the backhand of Fernandez, who tried to find angle with the double hand backhand cross court on the stretch. Very challenging. Would have been very useful if that went in. Would have taken a bit of pressure. A counter attack. Unfortunately, couldn't find the singles court. Good first serve down the tee, one hand backhand attempt. Rolls into the net. Easy pickings for the ball girl. Wow, she's won 12 out of the last 15 points. Rybakina. Make that 13 out of 16. Yeah, she's definitely found her range now. So smooth. And wraps up her service game with an ace out wide. Game on. Ooh. Unleash the beast. She's woken up. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. You support who you want. And I'm very impressed with Layla right now. Oh, she starts the game with an ace down the middle of the court, following in Rybakina's footsteps. She's doing so well. For someone who hasn't been able to find form, had a rough start to 2026, she's really finding her footing on clay. Second ace in a row. Wow. I'm just so impressed. It really, size does not matter. The precision. Okay, it's probably not the most powerful. I can imagine around 165, maybe 169. I haven't seen 170 kilometers per hour. 171 kilometers per hour. Wow. Now, second serve. Not going to be an ace. Onto the forehand. Blasted down the line. Inside in. Now from Rybakina. Big backhand down the line. Putting pressure on the Rybakina. Double hand backhand in the net. This is definitely heading towards a tiebreak. Unless Rybakina has a bad 12th game. But I think she's found her groove now. That's quick. Yeah, she's 171. Fantastic. Serving faster today. Slice out wide, double and backhand, cross-court return. Wow, the depth from Layla's forehand. Perfect. Too difficult for the number one seed to deal with. always feel that I have to sort out some technical difficulties at times. It's not the same as being on a tennis court. The only time in the past I really spent a lot of time in front of computers, especially, yeah, I was working 6, sometimes 7 days a week, coaching tennis. Wow. Wow. That's quite a compliment. Thank you. I have to put that up. It hasn't been easy. I've only been in front of the camera, or how can I say, and big first serve out wide. Didn't even make it to the net. Um, or streaming, I was so nervous. I started on the 7th of January. It was the first time I just thought, come on, what do I have to lose? um, yeah, I always believe I'm able to adapt. It's probably qualities that tennis players have. Always like to be in the moment, especially when I'm playing. It's just free. It's the one time I don't have to overthink. I think when I'm here, I'm checking things over in my mind and making sure things are right. I know how these tennis players feel. They go into automatic mode. That was such an easy game. There was really nothing there to commentate. 4 big first serves. Rybakina smashed one away for a winner with a forehand. And it opens up a tiebreak. Well, commentating sports channel, that would be interesting. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know where this will take me, but I'm enjoying it. It's different. It's fun. Let's get this tiebreak underway. Fernandez first serves good out wide, targeting the forehand side of Rybakina. Looked like she didn't hit it cleanly. Definitely got some frame on that. If I were to go on some sports channel, I hope they don't say that I have to cut my hair and my beard. I hope. Oof. In defense, heavy backhand topspin from Leila. She's wrong-footed, plays it short, drop shot from Rybakina, draws Leila forward, but it's a double bounce. 1-1. Very uncomfortable point for the Canadian to deal with. First of out wide, double hand, backhand down the line. Return, thumping backhand cross court from the number 1 seed. Holds her 2 points in this tiebreak. And from this moment on, both players are going to be thinking about that first serve. Oof. Yeah, now all of a sudden Layla's starting to play more defensive. Just thinking about this heavy topspin that she's playing, it's just playing into Rybakina's game. It's short, beautiful forehand cross court winner, wrong footing, Rybakina. I guess that's tribute to that first serve. Rybakina forced to use a one-hand backhand slice right in the hitting zone. Beautiful waist height. Easy for Fernandez, who likes to play with lots of topspin to really accelerate through that contact point. And there's another first serve onto the backhand. Rybakina double hand backhand. Definitely hit it late with all those Looking at that angle, inside out, back and return in the tram lines. Second serve. Kick beautifully placed down the middle of the court onto Fernandez, backhand. She's scrambling to keep it in on the forehand side, but to no avail. Tight, very tight. Casually walking to her chair, Rybakina having a sip of water. They're not allowed to sit down. Have to keep going. Fernandez taking a little longer. Maybe just want to break the rhythm slightly. These are strategies that professionals use on one another or against one another. First serve out wide, opens up the court. Leila had to, that's a wild forehand. She hit the double hand backhand high into the air to give herself time to recover, get back into the court, and it worked well. I think Rybakina thought, this is an opportunity, take it early. Probably had a bad bounce because that was really far out. I mean, it's gone past 12 games. The court is cut up. Hasn't been many drop shots played, but still, there were a few short balls, and every step makes the ground slightly uneven. Forehand, cross court, really from the middle of the court. Rybakina misses in the tram lines. It's starting to slip away. It does look a little bit. It does look a little bit low. It's like below hip height. I don't know if that's really where Rybakina feels comfortable making contact with the ball. So it's just one of those situations. This could be Rybakina's nemesis. Interesting. First time these two are playing on clay. On the return is out. Rybakina slams the ball into the ground. 3 set points now for the Canadian. Wow. How is Rybakina going to respond? Oh, that could have gone anywhere. Won it back in return on the stretch down the middle of the court. And Fernandez's ball hit the tape. It came back to her side. Could have easily rolled over. Just had a bit more power or the right spin. Now, because she blocked the ball, it was probably backspin, so it just came right back. Missed the first serve. That was a let and out. Second serve. Fernandez. 5th set point. Oh, they were just blasting it down the middle with one another. Fernandez hits a double hand backhand right into the net, halfway up the net. 6th set point. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Nolo. Wow, I'm really taken aback. Thank you so much. That's a great serve right into the body. Double hand backhand is in the tram lines. Fernandez wins the set, and Alina throws her racket into the ground. Wow, wow, wow. Just short of 1 hour. And yeah, there we go. Alina looks like she's marching off the court. Look at that first set. 4 aces for Fernandez compared to Rybakina, only one. 4 double faults for Rybakina, 2 double faults for Fernandez. But the first serve percentage, and I was mentioning this, I was talking about that, I was worried how that's going to look. 71% first serves going in for Fernandez, and they've been good. Very well placed. Changing up with the spin as well. But Rybakina, 55%. So that's even below her statistics, what she has accumulated over the last 3.5 months, the start of this season. That's not good. That's not good, and she knows it, and she needs to change something. And that's probably why she's going to take a little time out. Another shout out. Thank you, Nolo, my 5MU, for that very generous donation. Wow, I'm shocked right now. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Looking at the poll, I asked who will probably win the first set, and I was probably amongst that 73% thinking Rybakina should take this. But it was the 27% of you who got it right. Fernandez did have to scrape through right at the end, but it's been steady from the start. From the very start. Rybakina has been more up and down, up and down. Gosh. Thank you. Such kind words. Such kind words. Yeah, so how is this going to look? I mentioned this already. There's been 4 matches. Those previous 4 matches were all on hard court. But those matches are lodged somewhere deep in that memory bank for both players. And I wonder if they looked at those stats. Maybe for Fernandez, it was all about getting that first set, because the 2 encounters that Rybakina won, she won it straight. And the 2 times, those 2 encounters that Fernandez won, they were in 3 sets. And she's just taken the first set. I wonder if that means something. History does have a tendency to repeat itself. Let's see what happens today. But she's right now having a close conversation, a close word with her coach. A unique handshake. I wonder how much time Rybakina is going to soak right now just to pull Fernandez out of her comfort zone. Yesterday, when she had that 3-hour marathon against the Turk, Zeynep Sonmez, there were a few times where even the medic had to come on court. Sonmez just couldn't find her footing, like Swiatek today, falling all over the place. But Sonmez was actually bleeding on her knuckles. There was one occasion, another one, she grazed her knee and was bleeding. But there we go. The number 1 seed just strolling on court right now. And looks like she's having a bit of an altercation with her coach. Oof, that didn't look very comfortable. Things are getting quite personal now. Yeah, I really thought that being 5-2 down and bring it back to 5-all, that okay, now she's got all the momentum. But she was undone. She was really in that tiebreak. Yeah, and that's respect to Fernandez. Did fantastically well to be consistent, which is fantastic for her right now. This could be that turning point that she needs in the season. Slice out wide, double hand backhand return cross court. Rybakina is being pushed back. Forehand slice now from Fernandez, scrambling on the advantage side. Both players clip the net, one after the other. But Fernandez comes out second best. There was something very aggressive about that rally from Rybakina. I wonder if she'll continue. 189 kilometers per hour. Huh. I wonder if that spectator's going to throw that ball back, but she hits a double fault. I guess what's very interesting about this battle is because Layla is left-handed, it almost feels like Rybakina is forced into a situation, especially on that advantage side, where she has to kick now down the middle of the court. And if memory serves me right, she likes to go out wide with the kick serve, which makes more sense for the right-hander. Maybe that's why, yeah, it's a few more double faults. Is that it? Just have to be left-handed to beat Rybakina? Well, I mean, it's not done. Gosh, inside in, forehand. She misses it, Rybakina. And really, these are just either millimeters or a few centimeters away from the line. It's either been almost, oh, okay, I was about to say miles out, but 2 meters, 1.5, 2 meters out, or just right next to the lines. Kick down the middle of the court, forehand return inside in, backhand long. And there we go. That was like a meter out. What is that? What's a meter? 3 foot something? Longer than 3 foot. 3 feet. My goodness. First serve, aggressive and hard onto the forehand side. Fernandez scrambling. This should be a winner from Rybakina inside in, standing inside the service block. It was incredible comeback from Rybakina. I tell you, that's what I felt. Chris, nice to see you in the chat. It just looked like everything came together, and there was one point really. I just thought, oh, now it's starting to look good. And then from 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, just thought, yeah, okay. Fernandez had a good service game. Rybakina then had also a fantastic service game, and tiebreak. Momentum's in her court. Didn't work out that way. Unforced error after unforced error, slamming now in frustration as the ball comes back from Fernandez. Her forehand into the ground. Another break point opportunity. Dare I say that it's not her day. But she did come back. She did play well. There we go. Ace out wide for the number one seed. Something that I'm more accustomed to viewing. Very nice. You can see in slow motion the pronation in the wrist. Got a somewhat of an Eastern grip, I must say. I saw that. I know, Chris, I know you like to followed Świątek, and I'm seeing a bit of a connection between Rybakina's grip and Świątek's. Świątek's actually quite Eastern. But anyway, here we go. They're in a rally. The court's open up. Beautiful backhand down the line from Rybakina. She did have to get low with her knees. That contact point was out of her comfort zone and her usual hitting zone. Yeah. I think, I really believe that's it. It's because of Fernandez's stature that she's hitting the balls low. And because Rybakina is so tall, she just has to work it more. Unforced error from Fernandez, dealing with a high topspin ball from Rybakina. Rybakina holds her service game. Again, never change a winning formula, following the same routine. I mean, I can describe it word for word every single time. Like Maria Sharapova, back facing the court, turns around straight away, just a quick squeeze of the first. Beautiful serve down middle of the court. Forehand, drive volley down the line, backhand volley, and passing shot eventually from Rybakina down the line. That was, had to commentate like a racehorse commentator there. Oh, she just misjudged it though. She had an opportunity to get that forehand volley back. Wow, aggressive backhand return. Ooh, Rybakina looking very strong right now. And really, I'm using those words exactly because that's my intention. She's looking, relaxed, maybe looser, playing with more power. First serve goes in. Yeah, and then sometimes that power can be a double-edged sword. Too much power now. Couldn't find the singles court. It's weird that the serve rating so far for Fernandez is 1.24 compared to Rybakina 0.81. Yeah, I'm telling you, but it's been a gradual decline. I've noticed it's been ever so slight. Yes, Rybakina is going to throw in a few aces, but the percentage and the number of first serves going in has just been steadily declining. And maybe even the double faults have been increasing. Good second serve. Oh, beautiful forehand winner down the line. The second serve was right in the body of Rybakina. She chose to hit the backhand, making space, moving to the forehand side. And because she wasn't able to swing freely, yes, it did go cross court, but there was just not enough power. Fernandez guided that forehand down the line superbly. Rybakina didn't even attempt to chase that down. Good length. Even when Fernandez is struggling, she's able to have an answer, but she was a little bit wild there with that backhand. Don't know what she was trying to do. That was miscued. Completely break point opportunity. Just going to put that message up for everyone to read. Thank you, Noelo. Noelo. Noelo? Noelo. Not quite sure how to pronounce that. I'm trying. First serve, she's aiming for that body. Forehand return is long. And Chris left a comment at the end. Swiatek has a new routine since she came back from Mallorca. Win first set easily and then give away the next 2 sets. Yeah, that's definitely a new routine. She used to only give away the second set and then win the third. But now, since she's got a nice tan and been spending time in Spain, maybe she wanted to go back, get a bit more sunshine. It's been rather cloudy in Baden-Württemberg. That's the province in Germany. 136 kilometer per hour, second serve down the middle of the court. Rybakina slams a double hand backhand return long under the feet of, or at the feet of Fernandez, under the nose, the watchful eye. I think she's going to go wide here, as she does. Beautiful, beautiful. 1-2, finished it off. What an easy service game. Slice out wide, one and backhand chip into the middle of the court. Well, a little bit cross court, past the 3/4 line. I mean, I don't even think that slice is going to be working, what Rybakina is doing, because that was just right in the hitting zone. First serve down the middle of the court, forehand. Forehands are normally one hand. Not enough strength to get that return back from the Canadian. Oh, wild. That must have been 2.5 meters out, that forehand. Gift of a point. Here, Fernandez. You can have it. Ashley Partridge is back. Rybakina. No. Yeah, I know, Ashley. Can you believe it? Oh. Just finding the lines. Oh, this time she hits the net. Going down the line with a forehand. Fernandez looked like she had Rybakina in the palm of her hand. Yeah, this tournament is so interesting. Tomorrow's semi, though, the first one, Svitolina Mokhova, that's going to be a good one. On the service line, big forehand winner down the line. That was easy pickings. Interesting question. Interesting question. Nice one, Chris. Chris is asking in the chat, are there any Filipinos watching here supporting Fernandez? Oh, starting to find her groove. Serve out wide, short return, big forehand down the line. Winner for Rybakina. Change of rackets is in order. Well, it's starting to look normal now that Rybakina is winning her service games. But I think that the key factor is that there's more first serves going in. And if it keeps going like this, I got a feeling we could see... there we go. All right. Noello is a Canadian Filipino. Very nice. Anyone else? Are there any other maybe Canadian Filipinos? Fernandez going into meditation mode. Now she's coming out of it. I think the chair umpire called time. She's looking so solid. I thought she was really consistent yesterday, and then she had a bad third set. Those first, I would say, 5-6 games were just not great, and then something just switched, and then she just went into turbo mode, played out of her shoes, pulled that forehand, leaning over her right hip, had no control of that forehand, dragged the forehand into the tram lines. 15. Retaking the toss. Ace down the middle. Could see Rybakina. I thought it was going to go out wide from that advantage side again. Bit of a teaser, but this is fantastic. I mean, Fernandez is just owning the advantage side when she's serving. She can go anywhere now. She can go out wide, down the middle of the court. I mean, this is just phenomenal. That serve quality from the Canadian is superb. Oh, and really tricked Rybakina again. Just, yeah. Cannot read Fernandez at all. Kick down the middle of the court. A bit short. They return. And Rybakina hits top of the net. Yeah, it just set up nicely. About half a step inside the baseline. Big forehand winner down the line. As soon as it hit the top of the net, just slowed down and gave a little bit more height, which made it far easier to dispatch that forehand. Mike, any predictions so far based on their performance? Well, I think Rybakina could come back. I can't see her breaking Fernandez's serve. It's just so strange to say that, and there's so many factors. Rybakina is struggling as she did right now. First serve down the middle of the court, forehand return was long. She cannot read Fernandez's serve very well. That's why she's doing better with aces. And I mean, 166 kilometer per hour serve out wide, forehand return out down the tram lines. And for me, Rybakina's serve is a bit shaky. There's inconsistency. Yes, she can probably find a couple of games in a row, serve and return, where she's going to play well, perhaps even maybe once again break Fernandez. But I think she's going to fall right back into it, perhaps. Into this inconsistency. Now this first serve went in, and a wild forehand return. Goes out. Defending so much now. Great play. Beautiful play from Fernandez. Rybakina's probably the approach shot was just too central. The depth was good. But Fernandez hardly had to move, and it was with a forehand, found really good angle. You can see how Rybakina was struggling to change direction, being on clay. Oh. And very quickly takes advantage, serving from the deuce side, big ace down the middle of the court. I would say purely from history as well, and what I've seen, I think Fernandez is going to win. She's adapting well. That was a tough return, completely pulled out of the court. That favorite serve, I really think that Rybakina is one of her favorites. She likes to go out wide from the advantage court. Um, Great pronation, good power. Fernandez read it well. High looping topspin, return right back cross court. She's doing it now. This time it's a bit too short. Oh my word! Magnificent double hand backhand winner down the line, going over the highest part of the net. Exciting not only me, but also the people in the stands. Oh, thank you so much, Chris. Oh my word. It feels like Christmas today. I put this up. Big point down the line. Fernandez scrambling. Just found a groove moving forward. Oof. Rybakina slotted away that forehand beautifully. Needed good footwork, but that was inevitable. I think she's starting to move more into the court now on that first serve. Wow, this is so inconsistent. Forehand down the line, long, but that must have been 2 meters, maybe longer. Another break point opportunity for Leila. Thank you so much, Chris, for your donation. Oh, feeling rather blessed this evening. Kick out wide. Return cross court from Leila. She's the first to take the initiative to open up the court and gets the break. Forehand in the net. You could see that it was so low. It's below her hitting zone. She needs to get low in the knees. What a moment. What an incredible moment. Big break. I think Fernandez is going to follow through. This is incredible. But looking at going into the details, that last forehand, the racket wasn't angled properly to get proper control and topspin on the ball. It was angled downwards, and that tells me that the contact point is low. So it kind of makes sense now when I think about when Rybakina plays someone like Zabalenka, why she plays her best tennis. Why? Yeah, it's because they're both very tall women. They're playing into each other's hitting zones. Obviously, the tennis is wonderful, but here, I mean, there's a huge difference. There's almost 20 centimeters difference between the two. I see Moses Wera is in the chat. Fernandez is no joke. No, she's not. I think you're trying to be funny with the comment, but man, this is really impressive. This is really impressive from the young Canadian. There's been talk of her inconsistency and hasn't been a good start. Perhaps even I didn't read too much into how it ended for her in 2025. But this might be a rebirth. This might be something that's going to just catapult Fernandez further. I'm speaking too far into the future right now. This match is not yet over, but she's just looking superb. Even when she's forced into an error, she makes an unforced error, which is very few and far between. I must be very honest. She just comes right back into it again. Very consistent now. Great serve out wide, chipped short. Inside the baseline, forehand, clips the top of the net. And lands inside the baseline. The lob from Rybakina goes long. Everything seems to be going in one direction, and it's favoring the Canadian right now. Noello, unforced errors now for Rybakina. has ballooned to 19. 19. I think for her standard, that's not good. And she will feel troubled because they've been mainly on her forehand side. But she has to. I think she just needs to get lower. I've always had this image of Angelique Kerber. She used to do that so well, getting so low. Oh, did she get it? Okay, well that one must have clipped the outside of the inner tram line. Looking very. Yes, I was right. I'd say three-quarters of that mark was out. Whew. Definitely kicked up the bird of clay. First serve down the middle of the court. Good backhand, aggressive play. Footing was not in the right place. Footwork let her down. I wonder if the ball bounced on some earth that might have been uneven because it at the last second it just shot away from her to the left. 20 unforced errors for Rybakina. Fernandez only 9. Yeah, looking very comfortable on clay. Very good point. Nice pointer. Wow. And it just feels like she's getting better and better with that serve out wide from the advantage court. 40-15, 2 game points. Wow. I said in the beginning, I couldn't believe it when I was drawing up the stats. I do all the graphics myself. And I saw there was head to head, 2-2. This could be quite an interesting match. Sliced down the line. It's probably one of the longest rallies in a while. And I wonder if she made it. Oh my gosh, that must have clipped the outside of the inner tram line, the backhand cross court from Rybakina. Yeah, it certainly did. Another game point. It's on the advantage side. What do you guys think? I think she's going to go out wide again. She will stay back. Oh, try to go down the middle of the court. Hit the tape. Second serve. Slice out wide. Double and backhand. Slammed right back on the feet of the Canadian. And she was trying to get low because that backhand cross court from Rybakina hardly bounced. Fernandez struggled to get that forehand over the net. Just a shake of the head from Layla's coach. Can't believe it. That point, if she won it, that would have really sent a message. I don't understand that. Oh, wow, that was to clip the back of the service line. Good counter from Rybakina. One hand backhand. Chip. Looked like a lob. Trying to buy some time from Fernandez. Went long. Break point opportunity now. Saw someone in the stands with their phone. I mean, I understand when they're playing, you want to take some photos, but is she watching the game through her phone? First serve. Oh, yeah, it was going onto the forehand side. She was trying to cram it into Rybakina's forehand. It didn't look like it was a real body serve. I could tell Rybakina just had to move a little bit to the left to make some space. Hit the forehand long. And it's obvious that Alina is targeting the baseline, but right on the feet of Layla. And she does it again, but it's long with a double hand backhand return. Another game point opportunity. If I'm correct, I think it's a third opportunity now. First serve, clip the top of the net, and it's out. Second serve. She's got to go back into the body. It's working for her. Even if she's only winning 75% of the points, she tries to go on the forehand, blasted down the middle of the court, backhand cross court. She snatched at it. The timing wasn't there. 4-2 lead for the Canadian. Phenomenal. Is this the day for big seeds to get slayed? Chris is asking in the chat. Don't you think Rybakina is too relaxed? She doesn't show much emotion like Bjorn Borg. No, she's thrown a racket twice already, not to break it. Wins the point with an approach shot. Didn't need to play a volley, Rybakina. I don't think she's. I mean, when she's striking the ball, yes. Between points, I mean, I was saying in the beginning, in the first set, she was looking, cool as a cucumber, ice cold, no reactions. It looked like the match was slipping away from her, or at least that first set. Kick out wide. And that contact point was too high for Fernandez to control. Hit a forehand long. My friendly bet now. I'll go for Leila to win here, and you're predicting for Rybakina's comeback. I think Leila's gonna win. Like I said, it feels like a seesaw situation, but if both the ladies are gonna hold their service games to the end of the set, it's inevitable. Short return, massive forehand, cross court. The lob goes long, and the Rybakina kind of cruised through her service game. I mean, in the beginning, I thought Rybakina was going to win. I thought, okay. Even if she had a slow start, she's going to come back. Fernandez, I've been watching her. I've seen her play now. This is her third match in this tournament. Starting with Ayala and then beating Sonmez yesterday. I mean, just based on consistency, Fernandez should win. She played terrifically well against Ayala. Pretty much the same level she's playing now. It's just a different player. I mean, different players. Ayala, Sonmez, Rybakina, one after the other. She's had to adjust, but she's also playing smart. She's playing to her strengths. And I've been impressed. I've been very impressed, especially with her serves. I think she struggled yesterday, but I guess because both the ladies are somewhat the same height, it was just always going to be decided on the service game. Both were returning so well. I see that she's doing it as well against Rybakina. She's returning well. Once it's short, I mean, Rybakina is going to put it away. But the inconsistency from the Kazakh is worrisome. That's where I mean, she will need a little bit of luck. She can peak for the next couple of games and win the set, and then drop again, in the third set if it happens that way. But this might be a deciding factor, to be very honest. Fernandez wins the service game. That's pressure. 3-5 to serve to stay in the match. Oh, beautiful angle. How did she create that from the middle of the court? Double hand backhand, almost like an inside out backhand. Fernandez is looking too strong. Wow. And it looked like she meant it. Impressive. Very impressive. Yeah, yeah. Noello, you said it. Moses Weir, big seeds getting slayed. Those are very those are very wise words. So I'm always rooting for Rybakina, but surprised at how good Fernandez is playing. Slicing her forehand out. I mean, to see Rybakina sliding, and that could have been a comfortable forehand. There's some confidence issues happening. It's it could just be that Fernandez, her style, the way she plays, the way the balls are bouncing, it's just not working. It's just Rybakina cannot feel it. It's her nemesis. But that was a terrific return from the Kazakh. It's quite predictable what she's going to do. And Fernandez, she's adapting to it. High performance training. You teach players after they've finished their serve and they've landed inside the court, they have to jump right back out of the court. And even though Fernandez did it, that return was probably a few centimeters away from the baseline. Tough, tough, tough to get back. Again, with the forehand return this time. Oh, thunderous backhand from Rybakina. Oh, oh my goodness. This has to be a winner from Rybakina. And Fernandez still chased with all of might. Forehand cross court winner, 30 all. That looked more like a kick. Didn't see, or yeah, trying to go out wide. Didn't see much power in that. Trying to get into the forehand of Elena. Oh, double fault. My goodness. Should have taken you on that friendly bet. Ooh, I wonder how much that's going to hurt. She has to go for the money. And the money shot now for Fernandez is that first serve out wide. She's been doing so well. Even if Rybakina reads it, she's going to have a one hand backhand. She's going to chip it back into the court. Yeah, she goes out wide. Forehand down the line. Forces Rybakina to hit it high with the forehand. Oh, she just played it into the middle of the court. Now Fernandez, great back and cross court. And the forehand down the line from Rybakina is too long. Great fight. Smart tennis. Straight after a serve, it wasn't a powerful forehand. I thought that Rybakina also read that serve quite well. She had two hands on the racket, and it was a thunderous return cross court. Fernandez then played it down the line, but after that was a bit of cat and mouse between both players. Oh, what a return! Probably not enough power on that first serve. Bit of a shake of the head from Fernandez. Again, break point. Slice out wide, double-hand backhand, right on the feet of Fernandez, dealt with it nicely. She's not budging from that baseline. Incredible backhand win across court from Rybakina. My goodness, she gets the break, and we're basically back on serve in the set. As I said, she just comes up with the best tennis. Just comes up with the best tennis when she's under pressure. Phenomenal. Definitely makes it exciting. It's also nerve-wracking if you are a fan of Rybakina. I guess that's something that's been maybe it's the inconsistency now in her game. Oh, lost her footing. Fernandez took that possibly too early, didn't read the bounce very well. I think what I've been kind of accustomed to in the Rybakina's game is that she has a slower start and then gradually just, yeah, goes into the game to the point where she just bulldozes right over her opponent. But this one's a little bit different, and another big first serve in out wide, forehand return goes long. Ooh. Another first serve down the middle of the court, landing on the middle line. They must have really jumped off with extra speed. 40 love. Oh, she's won 12 of the last 15 points now, Rybakina. Now, the real question is, can she maintain that? Because if she can, then Fernandez is tickets. Oh, that looked awfully close. Probably in, I thought. Second serve. And it's a double fault. Oh, didn't get that ball toss right at all. Could see how she was falling to her left. If he wanted to play a kick serve, big moment. Good first serve. Down the middle of the court. Forehand return also down the middle of the court. And Fernandez tried to go big into Rybakina's forehand side, but she was only able to find the doubles court. So what a turn of events. The slightest of a lead Fernandez had on her opponent, 4-2 up, and now Rybakina has really taken hold of the last three games. And I'm going to probably be as kind to say that the last 45 minutes have shown me that Rybakina has been inconsistent. I'm not sure if she can maintain this. Fernandez has been very consistent. Now this is, what is this? Can I say 2.5 matches? Maybe yesterday's match was the first time I saw her dip in form in that third set when she went 5-1 down against Sonmez, but at the same time Sonmez lifted her game. At that point, when she was 5-1 down, she was able to turn her around and straight away into meditation mode. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Fernandez. Serving to stay in the set, Fernandez. A little bit of an aggressive throw from the ball boy or ball girl. she needs to play smart. And she had time just now to consider what has been working. I believe she's going to have to look at that body serve again. That's where it's been troublesome for Rybakina. I fear for Fernandez that Rybakina is starting to read the serve. In what direction Layla is going to be serving. Retaking. She doesn't do a split step. She just moves in the direction. Rybakina inside our backhand return. Backhand cross court off balance in the net from Fernandez. My goodness. I've got 3 sets now. This has happened now in both sets that Rybakina has had a stronger end of the set, a weaker start. It looks like my friendly bet is at stake with you, Mike. Yeah. I was, to be honest, at that point, I was still rooting for Fernandez. The forehand cross court is, that's quite far out from Fernandez. Maybe opting for power. Love 30. Pressure's on now. Good first serve. Forehand return chipped into the net from Rybakina, trying to be very defensive. Sometimes that's not the best mindset to have. She's definitely respecting that first serve of Layla. She's not comfortable to hit through it. Canadian needs another first serve. Where's it going to go? Hard down the middle of the court. Great return from Rybakina. Read it. Huge backhand winner down the line. 1-1-2 punch. Sets herself up. My goodness, for 2 set points, how this turned around. Oh, gosh, she just hasn't budged from that number 4, Fernandez. 4-2 up in the second set. And now that first serve percentage is going to be dipping slightly. Double fault, what a gift. 6-4, second set goes to Rybakina. Wow. I don't think she's going to leave the court now. I want to continue on this path. Keep surfing the wave, especially if it's feeling so good. I need to change anything. And look at the stats. So far better. 3 aces this time around for Rybakina. 1 ace for Fernandez. First serve percentage has increased away from that 55% mark. 72% now for Rybakina. 64 for Fernandez. A little bit of a dipper. Fernandez was there at 71, I remember. First serves percentage 1, 78% off the first serve, 57% off Layla's first serve. So definite improvement there, and I think that all came in those last 4 games for Rybakina. Definitely promising, and maybe worrying times if you are a Fernandez fan, but it's still up for grabs. And if history could repeat itself, Fernandez would love to take that option. put up a poll. I want to see. If you've been with me from the start, you'll have an idea. You have painted a picture in your guys' minds of how they've been playing. Backhand drive volley winner from Rybakina. First serve went out wide. Inside in, backhand return is long. Kick serve, very well placed from Rybakina down the middle of the court from that advantage side, targeting the backhand. Fernandez, remember she's left-handed. Who do you think will progress through to the semi-finals? Please cast your vote. Get involved in the chat as well. Rybakina is looking strong. Yeah, slow down the first serve, just placed it, but that was a bit of a wild backhand. Lifted up a little bit with the shoulders and the head. Sign that she was too close. The contact point was probably too close to her body. I'm going to have to wait for a couple of games to really make a decision on how this is going to turn out. But Rybakina is... interesting rally right now. Hits the top of the net. Drop shot from Fernandez. Hits the top of the net and rolls back to her side. First game goes to Rybakina. Interesting play. All types of tactics being used in that last point. Trying heavy topspin balls. Finding good depth from Layla, who's doing most of the defending. And then off that net cord, well-disguised drop shot. It looked like Fernandez was showing the double hand backhand as she took a step inside the baseline and then tried to throw in a drop shot that it looked like it threw Rybakina off. But it was, just not right. Trying to be too perfect. Trying to go down the middle of the court. First serve goes long. 159 kilometers per hour. Not very quick. Rybakina decides to stand back. Aggressive double hand backhand return. Down the middle of the court goes long. Lucky for Fernandez. Hard hitting. Rybakina can't find the lines. Oh, she does find the line. Excuse me. That looked long. Tons of pressure. Fernandez couldn't deal with it. Rybakina looking very relaxed now. Looking more like herself. Fernandez probably switching more into defensive mode. Thinking about counter-attacking. First serve out wide. Rybakina is really respecting Fernandez's first serve. I must say, that's interesting to see. I mean, look at that stat. Thank you for that statistic. 5 aces. She's ahead of Alina Elena? Beautiful forehand winner down the line. Had enough height. It was a body serve again on the backhand side this time. Very smart. She needs to use that more often. Tatiana, привет! Missed the first serve out wide. Slamming forehand return onto the backhand. Fernandez hardly had to move except just get out of the court because Rybakina has really found her hitting zone. It was another game point for Fernandez. She has to do another body serve. That was effective, the last point. I can't remember the last time Fernandez hit such an easy winner. Decides to go out wide. The court's opened up. Great backhand cross court. She was all tangled up with that ball because of the return from the Kazakh. But she dealt with it well, fought through that short rally, and is changing rackets, I assume. Oh, I guess it probably helped as well that Rybakina hit the ball so hard, just used that power and energy. All right, Rybakina. Is she going to get a high percentage of first serves in? It was a better second set, over 70% were going in. There's the first one. Forehand cross-court winner. Fernandez trying to buy some time with that high looping double-hand backhand return. Better footwork. Probably easier for Rybakina to find her timing as well. Since it's a new set, the court has been evened out nicely for both players. So no awkward bounces just yet. It will come, especially if the set stays close. Forehand long from Rybakina, hammering that forehand on the middle of the court. She figured something out there. Is that where she's finding it easier to build up the point, hit it really hard at the Canadian? Again, missing the forehand cross court. Rybakina getting vocal now, glancing over to her team and her coach. There we go. Oh, ace down the middle of the court on the 2-hour mark. Oh, now they're both on 5. Mike, oh my goodness, another ace. I was reading the message. That's how quick it is when Rybakina is on form. To Botic van de Zandschloop and Talon Griekspoor. When I see them, I'll do that. Monstrous forehand. Beautiful and just cool as ice right now. Rybakina. Yeah, thinking about Botic van de Zandschloop. I live in the Netherlands, so getting accustomed with the better players on tour. And He's starting to play a little bit better. I thought he had a bit of a rough patch on the hard court first 3 months of this year. Performed well at times, but also it wasn't consistent enough. But he's been playing well. Where was he now recently? It was Romania. Oh, Romania. He was undone, I think, in the semis or quarters. He was looking so good. And in Griekspoor, he had an opportunity to play Medvedev in Dubai. Was that the final in Dubai? That was one of the most awkward live streams I ever had to do. It lasted just a few minutes because when I went live, they made the announcement that he's not playing. He was injured. But right now, back to this match. Fernandez seems to get a lot of viewing time here by the cameraman. Maybe they like her in that meditative mode. Everybody watching, just relaxing with the Canadian. She needs it. She needs to find a way of dealing with the stress. Right now, serving the fourth game of this final set. Starts already with a bit of pressure. Feel like that first serve percentage has dipped for Fernandez. That was a bit of pace on that second serve. Maybe Rybakina was taken by it. Hitting her return out. Wow, first serve was good, but it hardly bounced. I could see that the contact point was not right. It wasn't favorable for Rybakina. First serve out wide, forehand, return chipped. It tries a second time, but it's only going to find the doubles corridor, double tram lines on the line. 40 love, looking really comfortable in the service game. And maybe the last point, Rybakina wasn't moving great. Don't want to look into it too much, but saw something there. She was wrong-footed as well, and difficult for tall people like herself to change direction. Oh, there we go. Better footwork from Rybakina, owning that point with the forehand, blasting eventually inside in. And Fernandez just not quick enough and not strong enough with the one-hand backhand. Still 2 game points left. Is she going to target the forehand or try to go down the middle? Go down the middle. Double hand backhand. Blocked back deep in the court though. They're in an advantage cross-court duel. Layla doesn't stay too long. Oh, she's on the chase. Hits a high board, trying to give herself time, but it goes long. $40-30. Maybe third time lucky. That's always a sign of nerves. Retaking the ball toss. Good body serve on the forehand side. Goes hard again onto the backhand. Big forehand down the line. Winner from Fernandez. What a great hold and an important hold. That's going to boost her confidence while the set matures. Wow, I had to get really low again. That's the difference between these two players. Fernandez, because she's hugging that baseline, she's so close to it. As soon as Rybakina finds power and pace and it lands deep in the court, it's not going to bounce up. We already know that the Rybakina plays with very little topspin, if any. She likes to hit the ball flat. Easy point. So Fernandez is able to get quickly down and low, almost into a squatting position, and then she's bringing herself down to that zone where she can make contact with the ball. Not a bad return. Fernandez read it well. Backhand return deep. Rybakina hits her ground stroke long. First set percentage. I mean, look at that. Incredible. 55% first serve percentage in the first set, 72 in the second set, and right now it's sitting at 85% in the third set. Big forehand cross-court winner with angle from the Kazakh. She's keeping the point short. This is the way she likes it. Very effective play. Second serve, kick out wide. Fernandez plays a high, heavy topspin ball, but it was too short. One hand backhand, goes back. Oh, stunning passing shot down the line from Fernandez. Just before that, double hand backhand, drive volley from Rybakina from the service line, but she was all the way out on her backhand side. And there was a bit of guessing play from Fernandez, finishing off the follow through like Rafa Nadal. Great point and great fight. She was always the underdog from the start. Big forehand, cross-court, great. Lots of power from Fernandez. Hammering it onto that backhand of Rybakina. She's still not getting low enough. My goodness. She has just set herself up with a break point opportunity. Oh my God, what a response. Ace out wide. That's what's so scary about these big players. Sabalenka does it so well. Rybakina, when she's under pressure, needs it the most, comes up with the goods. Wow. Just look at that. I'm looking at the vote, at the poll right now, rather. Inside a forehand, return, backhand slice, beautiful from Leila. Forehand slice now. She's being moved around the court. And look at that. Again, a very low ball. Tough for Rybakina. She's not adapting. And I'm surely Fernandez can see that. I picked it up in that first set already. This might be the problem. And it was thanks to the cameraman in the end, because I've got more of a bird's eye view, as you can imagine watching. But it's those replays that I noticed. Yeah, those that's not her normal hitting zone. Anyway, second serve, kick down the middle, double line back and return safely into the middle of the court, dealing with a lot of power. And the net goes over, hand and racket held up high, apologizing for that win. Nice out wide, one hand backhand, lob, chip deep into the court, forehand down the line. Rybakina is probably going to smash now from the service line in the net, right down the middle. Oh my goodness. Almost hit the camera, which is on the tape, right in the middle of the net. That was below the tape. I mean, it would have been smart to get that smash, right down the middle of the court. It would have taken Fernandez by surprise. Second serve, third break point opportunity here. Falling cross court from Layla, had to recover from a slide. Backhand slice cross court. Two-hand backhand, hits the top of the net. And I think they might have put off Rybakina. Luck for both players, but she gets the break. Unbelievable. I feel like I sound like Rafa Nadal when I say that. I don't know why. Wow. What a change of events here. It's starting to shape into what the second set looked like. Deja vu. She should be comfortable at the net. My goodness. And it's that smash. This is definitely going to haunt Alina. Elena Svitolina, Elena Rybakina. Fernandez just got the break. Perfect moment to hold serve. First serve out wide. Return is deep, but it was no power. Oh, and that was a nothing one-hand backhand from Rybakina. Standing probably 2 meters away from the net. Fernandez slams that forehand cross-court for a winner. Now, the height was okay, but you can't forget the distance and the depth. A lot of force, a lot of intention in the face of Layla. I think that's a double fault. Yeah. A risky business trying to aim for that middle line. I mean, if it was in, it would have been her point. Rybakina barely got to that ball. That forehand return was out. But first, that second serve bounced on the wrong side of the line. Good placement with the first serve. On the service line, Layla goes cross-court. Elena guessed the right way, but didn't have enough power to pass the Canadian, who then covered very nicely with a one-hand backhand. Winner at the net with the volley. And also, nothing special is what I try to teach my high-performance players. When you've done the hard work and you've pulled your opponent out of the court, Just get the volley in. Nice, solid, easy technique. Place it. It's on clay as well. No one's going to chase that down. What is she going to do now? Second serve. Slice out wide. It was a little bit into the body of Rybakina. Looks like heavier topspin now from Leila. Oh, but she miscued that. I think she got strings and frame. Enforced error on the forehand side. That fight and that spirit. Something to admire from Fernandez. Always glancing at her coach as well on the team. Beautiful. There we go again. First serve down the middle of the court. Rybakina is struggling. Aim point. Very, very promising for Fernandez. Second serve. Is she going to go into the body? Make Rybakina guess. Make a decision. Oh, bit of a nerve-wracking second serve, I'd say. Hit the top of the net. Bounce in the service block. Let second serve. Always very awkward. Right in the body on the backhand side. Thumped back at Fernandez with a return. And looked like a mishit forehand from Rybakina. 4-2 to the Canadian. Incredible. Okay, now you want to do that friendly bet again, right? Oh, that's a funny one. I'm going to put that up. We were having a friendly bet. Who was going to win this match? Rybakina, or was it the set, right? No, it was a match. My goodness, this is a spitting image of the second set. How is Fernandez going to handle this? Whoa! That was definitely very defensive from Rybakina. Moving backwards, even if it was just half a step, each ground stroke, eventually leaning backwards on the final ball that she hit long. Good first serve down the tee. Leila got it back. Yeah. What a forehand winner. No chance. Standing in the middle of the court. Inside the baseline. Huge forehand winner. Right in the corner. On the advantage side. Ooh, she would have liked that to have been an ace. But how can you question that? I still don't understand how professional tennis players are even allowed to question. They should bring yellow cards and red cards in. It's like, no, stop questioning Hawkeye. Probably just trying to buy some time. Fernandez with that high double hand backhand return. Couldn't find the singles court, but she was pulled out on her backhand side from the deuce court. First serve goes in, too powerful. And the return doesn't even make it past the service line in front of Fernandez. Ooh, I wonder. Is this the moment? Rybakina decides to slice out wide. Good return. High looping with angle. That looked like it didn't even bounce. Rybakina wraps up the service game with a winner. I really, since Hawkeye technology has come into play, I think it's just made the game of tennis marvelous in the sense that um, we we save time. There's no more disputes, and that serve that went down the middle of the court. Okay, it looked close. Maybe she believes that I must have touched the line, must have been in. But why even talking to the chair umpire? And then the chair umpire to say, yeah, I can see the mark, it's long, it was out. It's silly. They shouldn't even be allowed. I mean, you have to call a convention, and then say, listen guys, technology, Hawkeye, it's better than the human eye. I mean, just think back not too long ago when there were linesmen and lineswomen on the court. That was a tough job. Because once Hawkeye technology came in and then we realized that it was more accurate than the umpire. I mean, at a point, the linesman I'm talking about, at a point, the player's judgment was probably better because they are training day in, day out with that type of speed. But I think as well, just another pointer on top of that, it's amazing how it's taken me so long to get used to there not being linesmen and lineswomen on court anymore. It's just one chair umpire and ball boys and ball girls collecting the balls. Here we go. The eighth game. First serve goes in. Backhand return is long. Fernandez takes a good lead, winning that first point. 15-love. First serve hard into the body on the forehand side. Forehand return is long under the watchful eye of Fernandez. That serve has been so effective. Either going out wide, which I think Rybakina, she's been so smart, Fernandez. Really, she's adapted at the right time and implemented the right strategy. Whoa, that was so close to being an ace out wide. Rybakina had a tendency to go to the backhand side down the middle of the court, thinking that's where the Canadian was going to go. Second serve. Onto the backhand. Backhand return is on the baseline. It's short. Rybakina is at the net, trying the passing shot, cross court, and it was just long using the forehand from Fernandez. Not long, but it was wide of the line. Is that the car they're going to win? Cameraman zooming in to a Porsche. Maybe that's the car that he wants. That's where she needed that first serve the most. Second serve. Hard on the forehand side. Great second serve. It's a slice from that lefty moving in on Rybakina's forehand side. And again, the third return in this game that she's hit long. Awfully close, but out is out. 2 game points. Wow, and wraps up her service game with an ace out wide. Can you believe it? Pressure on the number 1 seed, who in the past has always been able to just soak it up and move on. I think it's going to I think she's going to hold her service game. Good first serve. And return is high and long from Fernandez. Looks a little bit different to the way Rybakina was returning. Very aggressive on the front foot, slamming the ball back. This was very defensive. Oh, good get with that forehand return down the line. Rybakina tried to play the first serve out wide from the advantage court. Fernandez, I guess, yeah, she guessed well and correctly. Went down the line with a forehand. Too much for Rybakina to deal with. Again, down the middle on the juice side. Fernandez guesses the right way. Tries to lob Rybakina. But no topspin on a lob is smashing practice for the world number 2. And she guessed right. Should have gone with a little more topspin. Easier said than done. First serves in again out wide. Magnificent forehand winner. The placement. And it looked like there was a bit more topspin on that ball. Sent Fernandez running. Yeah, definitely more topspin. See that in the swing. First serve again. Good double hand backhand blasted right back at Rybakina, which was, she got jammed in her body, decided to use the forehand, just couldn't get the ball away in time. Second serve. Into the body. Fernandez moves around quickly. Oh, had to crouch down for a deep, aggressive forehand from Rybakina, who's now hit a winner from the service line, inside in. Holds her service game as I predicted. Very aggressive play. Fernandez 90 seconds away from serving for the match. My goodness. Can she do it? Can she do it? Maybe now's a good time. I'm going to end the poll. I want to see the statistics. I want to see how everyone has voted. And sometimes it just disappears. What does it look like? Got another way of checking. There we go. Okay, fewer votes this time, but thank you very much to everyone who contributed, who will progress to the semi-finals. That's what I asked you guys. And wow, 85% of you think Rybakina could and can still progress, where 15% of you have faith in Fernandez, who's very soon coming to the end of her meditation. What is she picturing in her mind? She has to be visually seeing the big V, both arms up in the air, hopefully for her and her fans. For Rybakina, she's going to have to dig in deep now. There were 3 errors on that return in their previous service game that allowed Fernandez to get to that number 5. Serving for the match. 2.5 hours these two have been slogging it out here on center court. First serve goes in. Forehand return. Very good. Found the depth. Too tough, too aggressive for Fernandez to deal with. Now she found her length. Timing is everything. That's what it's about. Oh, Tatiana's not enjoying this. Gonna have to dig deep. Gonna have to dig real deep now. First serve clips the top of the net and goes out. Second serve now. Retake of the ball toss. Probably not a good sign. Nerves are there. Oh, blasted that inside out forehand. I don't even think they landed in the doubles court. What happened there? Why would you go so hectic? Did you want to just win the point with one shot? Oh my goodness, 15 all. Slice down the middle of the court. It's a short ball. Good approach. Very good passing shot from Rybakina. She went the right way. Double hand backhand down the line. Layla was just too late to get there. From the advantage side. It's been very effective going into the body. As she does again, better return from Rybakina. Backhand into the middle of the court now. Wild forehand, crazy. That was like 3 meters out. What on earth is she doing? I guess I would have to see the slow motion. It's just too quick with the swing, the speed at which he's thrashing the ball. Maybe there was a mishit on that one. Unfazed, no reaction from Rybakina except just standing still at the end of that point. Fernandez starts the 5th point of this game, hitting the first serve in the net. And hits a double fault. Oh my goodness. The fear of losing. That's definitely not what she was visualizing. Oh, the fear of hitting a double fault, the fear of losing becomes that which you think of, that's what you visualize. There's that first serve in. The return is long, forced Rybakina to stretch the forehand side. Oof. Saved break point, Fernandez. Just 2 points away from a semi-final berth. Chris thinks this is it. What does that mean? You think Fernandez is going to win? Oof, misses that middle line. Kick out wide to the forehand. Blasted that return. Good defense from Fernandez, holding herself nicely. Change direction with the forehand down the line. Rybakina blasting that forehand. Oh, double hand backhand, lob down the line just to buy a bit of time and recover from Fernandez. What a rally. Oh, Rybakina smashed the backhand out wide. Match point for the Canadian. Incredible. Soaking up all those seconds. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And let, first serve. It's like time is just standing still. This is remarkable. And Rybakina looking a bit shaken. She's come out of these situations before. Slice out wide, double and backhand, aggressive, cross-court, return, inside in forehand. Fernandez all over the place, defending for her life. Wrong-footed, amazing winner from Rybakina. Yeah, that was excellent play from Rybakina. Her body language showed Fernandez inside out forehand, and then at the last second just hit a little bit earlier. The first serve goes in. That's an incredible return from Rybakina on the run, passing shot, double hand backhand, cross court winner, advantage, and break point. Wow, what a return, because the first serve was excellent out wide. First time I've seen a return like this from Rybakina. She's been respecting Layla's first serve so much this match. But on that one, she sliced that forehand short cross court, made it very awkward for Fernandez to deal with, opened up the court nicely for that winner. I think it's a let first serve. Slice out wide. What a return. Defense incredible from Fernandez. Also found depth. Again, one hand backhand, finding good depth. And Rybakina breaks. It's 5-5. My goodness. Noel, you said it. Just every game, the last game in the evening is just an absolute nail biter. It happened yesterday. Fernandez took out Sonmez. Oh, how exciting. Fernandez just can't believe it. Her reaction said it all. First serve out wide. And I've said it so many times. It's a strategy that Rybakina uses over and over to open up the court. 1-2 punch. Nailed that forehand down the line. And that's the hitting zone. That's a tough one. How does Fernandez get out of that? She's on the stretch. She's so far away from the middle of the court. That's where she wants to be. She needs to get to that recovery position. No chance. Rybakina too strong. Kick out wide. Aggressive forehand return in the middle of the court. Just defending for her life. Huge backhand win across court from Rybakina. 30 love. Just a little shake of the head from Fernandez. Nothing too negative, just maybe disbelief. How she feels this game is probably turning. Good first serve out wide, opening up the court again. Huge backhand win across court, getting even closer to the inner tram line. 4 game points. Rybakina absolutely bullying the Canadian with this first serve. Whoa. Was it on the line? Doesn't matter. It's her point. 40 love. Inside out forehand is out from Rybakina. Definitely looking to wrong foot the Canadian. Rybakina first serves in. Short return. How did that happen? I thought Rybakina was going to put that away. Is she in two minds? Oh, that slow motion showed it. She must hit that ball slightly. That was not in the sweet spot. Or on the sweet spot, however you want to say that. I could have put that up. That's funny. Keep looking back at it. No ways. What a thunderous return. So brave from Fernandez. 3 game points have just disintegrated in front of Rybakina's eyes. My goodness, this level of tennis, fantastic from both ladies. First serve out wide, again pulling Fernandez out, trying to wrong foot the Canadian. Again, one and backhand finds the baseline defensively. Rybakina finds the baseline as well. And then the next forehand is long break point for the Canadian. Whew. This is so exciting. I'm trying to stay calm. My goodness. Just trying to level out the ground. Rybakina before she hits the first serve. Oof. Missed it down the middle of the court. That could have been an ace. Kick down the middle. Good double and backhand return down the middle of the court from Fernandez. Staying on the forehand. Brave to stay on the forehand. But she changed direction down the line. And Fernandez tried to go big down the line with the forehand. Missed it in the doubles court. Back to deuce. The coach from Rybakina standing very happy with that fight. Slice out wide, one and backhand is high, but it's too short. Big forehand winner down the line for Rybakina. Looked like another day in the office. That tactic is always that's her bread and butter. Let me put it that way. That's her money shot. First serve, took a bit of pace off, and Layla misses the forehand down the line. Rybakina holds, make it 6-5. Pressure on the Canadian. Oh, I think I'm gonna follow suit and copy Fernandez. Just breathe in. Man, this is tense. It's exciting. What a roller coaster of a match. This is 3 hours marathon match. Again, yesterday's match was 3 hours and 18 minutes. I remember correctly. Fernandez against Sonmez. Another 3-hour marathon for the Canadian. She was able to win that third set in a tiebreak. And she take this to a tiebreak. It would be amazing if she could. Deep breathe in through the nose for those lungs. Up with air. Rim assist! Crazy match. Totally agree with you. Can't believe both Coco and Iga lost today. Yeah. This day, got to mark it down. It would be incredible if Fernandez could follow suit. And look at that, new balls. Starting with new balls, serving to stay in the match. Second serve. Kick onto the backhand. Backhand, safer return from Rybakina, sliding on the backhand side defensively. Slamming that forehand now, creeping forward. It's a beautiful winner and approach shot. Well, approach shot and winner for Rybakina. 3 points away from booking a spot in the semi-finals. Noello just can't handle this. Don't worry, Remesis. Don't worry, man. I'm just so grateful how often you're here. You keep me busy. Yeah, we have such interesting conversations. But look after yourself, man. Look after yourself. Slice out wide. Oh, beautiful winner inside the baseline, forehand down the line. Something Fernandez has also been doing, not as of late. Yeah, but she was lucky. She got the inner tram line. Could see how the ball bounced, almost just skid off that tape. Great first serve and crammed it on the backhand side. Rybakina showing everyone how uncomfortable that was for her. Wow. 30-15. Is she going to go wide again? I want to keep my eye on Rybakina now. How's she going to move? Whoa, hard on the forehand. Double hand backhand goes long, leaning back exactly, Rybakina. Why did you do that? The same in football. You don't want to lean back, you lift the ball up. In tennis is the same. That's why they teach, that's why I teach, and coaches should always teach to get on the front foot. If you're in the open stance, lean into it with your head and your shoulder. Go forward. First serves in, great return, cross court. Beautiful backhand cross court. Layla's slicing, chasing on the backhand side. Not enough power to get that one hand backhand over the net. Huge forehand approach from Rybakina. Still another game point to take this match to a final tiebreak, deciding tiebreak. She's got to go out wide. Good angle, lots of spin. Yes, she does. One hand backhand. Return is out. We have a tiebreak. My goodness. Whew. Yesterday I finished at 10 to midnight. I'm sharing the same time, doing this from the Netherlands. Stuttgart is only a few hours away. Here we go. Tiebreak. Let first serve. Layla just never gives up. Forehand drive cross court. Layla's just guessing the right way. Oh, Eleanor's been pushed back, and the one hand backhand lob from Fernandez is long. Oh. Exciting, nerve-wracking. Rybakina cool as ice. Cold as ice. Cool as ice. Just looks so relaxed every time She was frustrated in the previous sets, but there's a calmness about her. Fernandez just following that same routine. Very positive, upbeat. Body language is very optimistic. She's got a second serve here. I think she should go into the body. It's been working for her. Goes hard into the backhand. Huge return. Forehand blasted into the net, halfway up the net. 1-1. Fernandez dealing with those returns so well. She gets so... It looks like she's sitting on the court. Very smart. Something that Rybakina struggles with. Definitely probably because of her height. First serve is good. Down the middle of the court. Double hand backhand is sent long behind the baseline. Probably a good meter. Patrick. First serve is good. Backhand. Cross court. From Rybakina making Layla chase. She's at the net. Backhand volley. Scooped it out beautifully right into the corner. 2-2. Oh, she had to work it. And that was not easy. She was very close to the net. And to get that volley from under her, from close to the ground, beautifully played. Second serve. And that looked like a double fault. Three, 2. Fernandez has serve. Starting from the advantage side. She's got to go out wide. Got to go out wide. Open up the court. She goes in the body. Has to be perfect. And she does go out wide. Double hand backhand. Oh, shame. Fernandez falls over. Picks herself up immediately. Oh, what a pity. Oh, no. I mean, everything went wrong there. Trying to slide, but she was so low. Very difficult. No worries, Patrick Montecillo. Did I say that right? It looks like she just had a bit of a cry session as well, because I think once she lost her footing, the follow through, she hit herself on the top of the head. But shame, she's looking really rattled. I think the motions are starting to appear. Still in a good situation. I don't know if she felt embarrassed by that, falling over. First serve hits the top of the net and goes out. Kick serve into middle court. Elena had to make space. Blasting a forehand cross court. Double hand backhand cross court goes out behind the baseline. This is definitely advantage for Rybakina now. She has a lead 4-3. Just like Fernandez had just now on her service points. Two big first serves Could be setting herself up for match point. First serve in the net, down the middle of the court. And a double fault. The fear of losing. Crazy stuff. I don't know what to make of this. First serve is good. Double and backhand. Short though. In the middle of the court. Leah is chasing. Can she counter? Forehand in the net from Rybakina. Just 2 points away. Oh, miss hit with the forehand. Five all. First serve out wide. It's chipped into the net. Fernandez has match point. Thanks, Patrick. Much appreciated. Whoa, big first serve. They have to switch sides. 6 all. Forehand return, high and long. Wow, now it's first to 8. So intense. So intense. You said it. My goodness. 1 minute away from 3 hours. Slice out wide, backhand returns in the middle of the court, a bit short. Rybakina full of power, inside out forehand winner. Match point for Rybakina. And with that winner, ticks over to 3 hours exactly. Fernandez. Where's she going to go? In the body. She goes out wide. Double and backhand return. Ferociously cross court. The court's open. It's a winner. Rybakina is into the semi-finals. Fantastic match to have witnessed. And there you have it. After 3 hours and 1 minute, Elena Rybakina is through to this year's Stuttgart semi-final. where she will be taking on Mira Andreeva, who beat Swiatek prior to this match. So close, incredible. She leaves with half a smile on her face. She can be proud of herself. She found some good form in this tournament. I think she's done tremendously well. The tears might come out very soon, but it's the expertise in the dying moments right at the end that favored the Kazakh. Fantastic. Such a great athlete. And she's brilliant at tie breaks. She's got such a good record winning tie breaks, even though she didn't win the first one. Let's make it official. Here we go. Wow. How to summarize this? I really thought Fernandez had it in her to win. It came down right to the end. Just one, the most important points. Really, there was a battle right to the end. It felt like there was fear in both players. The fear of losing, double faults, unforced errors, almost playing for one another. Nerves were really kicking in. It's absolutely fantastic. Almost coming to midnight where I'm at. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel. It's been a lot of fun. It's been very exciting. I will be there like a bear tomorrow for the semi-finals. The first semi-final has already been set up. That's between Svitolina against Mukhova. And straight after that one is going to be Rybakina against Mira Andreeva. Interesting matches being set up there. Can already guess in my mind who I think is going to be in the final. And yeah, thank you, Patrick, for that. Ari James, Games, I never really know how to pronounce that, for chipping in at the end. Remesis was in the chat. Chris, the usuals. Thank you for the donations. Chris, and especially Noelo from Canada. Amazing. I'm so grateful for that. Who else did I miss? There were a few people. Tatiana was also in the chat. Privyet. Who else? I've missed probably a few people. I think Ashley Partridge. Did he show his face? I always feel like he's in the chat. And possibly yes, Ashley was in the chat. I do remember just scanning through the messages. To everyone out there, wherever you are, enjoy your Friday, or if you're already in a Saturday, get some sleep. It's probably very early morning. Terrific match. And what can I say? Someone had to win this match. Rybakina, bit of a shaky start, but found her groove and managed to win this match in 3 sets. So changing the tides and the past matches as well. First time that she wins in 3 sets against Fernandez and takes that head-to-head result 3-2. From my side, everybody, take care, look after yourself, look after your loved ones in your life around you, and we'll see each other at the next live stream. hopefully tomorrow.